gotta strike while the iron is hot. One of one, don't follow Fox, man, I got this on lock. Team Harvey, team hustle, team can't be stopped. Just cop 900 glory, yeah, I'm fresh out the shop. Let's go rolling. I'm an expert on the lane, yeah. Smooth approach, about to roll a perfect game, huh? And well connected with the sport's biggest names. We can't talk unless the X on the frame. I'm here asking the questions, clear the air and confusion. Fresh, humble, and arrogant with the logo infusion. Red cup for the right vibe. I got the answers, you going live for Bowtie.
That's right. Hey, I'm asking questions. You guys got the answers. Hey, red cup for the right vibe. I hope everyone is doing well. I am your host, Mr. Bowtie himself, Brandon Grant. Man, I have another family that I truly, truly adore. They are absolutely amazing. If you bowl TNBA, you know how awesome they are because they've been there from sun up to sundown and putting in work. Working. Then they might have to go bowl a squad. Man, I'm gonna bring my people to the screen. They are like family to me now. Les and Kim Mann. Let's bring them on to the screen. What's up, family?
Not much. How y'all doing?
Oh man, we maxing, relaxing, and just miss bowling. How about that?
Yeah, man. I'm glad that we're kind of lucky where we're at least right now. We are bowling, so. That started back at the beginning of June. It's nice. You're still, we still have stipulations. We still have stuff to follow, but at least we're in the center, and at least we're in the shop and taking care of, and seeing a lot of our friends. I'll tell you what, that long spout, a lot of us had, just being away from, your bowling family. It really touches you. when you can't, it's different when you're just not going, but when you can't, and you can't go there and do it, it makes a big difference. It touches hard. It hits hard. It does.
Oh, absolutely. You go from seeing your family or your people, some people you got good relationships with from like maybe a couple of times a week to not seeing them at all, and you're like, this is serious.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tough call. See, that's out here in California. Yeah. Well, in this LA. We're on lockdown. No bowling alleys are open. Nothing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh. Wow. So now I have to, as Vern Adams say, we have to get on the bird. He's like, come on, brother, we got to get on the bird and fly somewhere to go bowl a tournament.
Or like I know there was quite a bit, when stuff was starting to open up, and ones are like, yeah, the first time I ever traveled 6 hours to go practice somewhere, but but it shows. It shows our passion. A lot of us will do that. It's what we love to do. We miss our bowling family. And hey, if traveling is what the answer is to be able to go and be able to do it, it's what we do.
Absolutely. And it's tough because I think the closest bowling alley to me really is like Palm Springs, Morongo, right there. And that's like an hour, 45 minutes or something. And I'm like, dude, just to go practice?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll count our blessings because, we're still, knock on wood for now, open. But I definitely look for some things to change around here. One being, I think we're going to go mandated masks here, which we haven't.
Well, you say here. Where's here?
Ohio.
Akron, Ohio. That's
Yeah,
Akron, Ohio. So.
Yeah, the part of Ohio is mandated and part isn't. I don't even want to get started on it. It's a whole, but I'm blessed that, like I said, the center's open. We can bowl. We have stipulations. Got to wear the masks. You can take them off when you're bowling, when you're eating or drinking. But other than that, the masks have to be worn. But then there's some places in Ohio here where masks aren't mandated, like where we live in Wayne County. Nothing. There's no mandate because there's no cases.
That's scary to me. I'm like, dude, we know it's not mandated, but you guys don't. If you guys want to continue to be healthy, put your mask on.
Exactly.
That's just how I see it.
Well, and I know a lot of the league. I was like, hey, I know feelings are all over the place about this, but you know what? It's the way it's got to be. So you got to do it.
But you guys are bowling league?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We have a full trio. 24 teams I put together. We're only bowling 12 weeks, but hey, it's better than nothing right now.
Kim, we're not even bowling 12 minutes. What do you mean?
I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Okay, we're not bowling.
Guys, hey, anybody that's watching this show, we're gonna end this right now because they just throwing it in our face. Just click.
But you know what? We talk about travel. You know, I mean, Cleveland on the Bird is about 6.5 hours. There's always a room available at the house.
Oh, yeah.
Come on out anytime.
Hey, look, I'm taking you up on that offer, and you already know I love dogs.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
and dogs are going to get along just fine.
No, there was masks in Columbus this weekend.
There was.
They're mandated.
Yep.
We just don't have to wear them when you
What's
bowl.
up, my brother?
Yes, what's up, Ron?
Yeah.
You can take them off when you bowl. You can take them off when you eat or drink. But when you walk around the center to go to the bathroom, anything, walking in the center, whatever the case may be, the masks have to be on.
Yeah.
And that's up to the centers to enforce that. They don't enforce it, they're going to be facing fines.
Well, they're not actually. I mean, all they can do is post. I mean, they're just like anybody else. They're not the mass police. I mean,
Yeah.
mandated. It's mandated by the health department. You know, along coming from the governor. So I mean, you know, that is what it is. But I mean, there were some. If you watched, I mean,
they were
Brian
bowling with
Wallachek,
them
I
on.
put Brian wore it the whole time. You know,
Adam
Brian
wore it the
never-
whole time.
Adam
Adam
wore it the-
Barta.
Yep.
I bowled a tournament with the mask on, and let me tell you, it is the most, especially with me wearing glasses.
I could
My
not.
glasses start fogging up. It is the absolute worst.
It's
It
like
is.
a mess.
Well, I have asthma, so it makes it even harder for me. So I don't wear it when I bowl. There's no way I can.
Yeah.
But respectfully, just for everybody else, yes, we do. And I will say, Logo makes amazing ones. Like we got this one. Wait.
You're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong. There you go.
Right. And then, of course, my favorite because of
Just a
my
matcher.
doggies. My doggies.
Oh,
We got a bunch of them, but I left them up at the pro shop. We ordered a bunch from Logo, and yeah, we got them for sale in our pro shop.
all right, what's up there? See? I love it. Hey, you guys hear that? Team Logo all the way right there.
Amen. Yep.
Yep.
I love Ken and Kathy.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, where were you guys born and raised, both of you?
Go ahead, honey.
I was born in Orville, Ohio. Most people are like, where is that? Smucker's. Smucker's jelly.
Like the jelly?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's big. That's pretty much all of Orville. That's where I was born, and then moved to Worcester when I met him, and now we're in Doylestown.
Wait, you moved to where?
Worcester. That's where he's from.
Some will say Wooster. It's spelled like rooster with a W. Yes. But there is a college there, the College of Worcester. Myself, I was actually born in Orville also, but then I was raised the whole time. I grew up in Worcester my whole life until we moved out here, almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep. Because we kind of did the halfway because the shop being in Stowe, Ohio, it was always an hour and 15 minutes drive each way. So
That
if
got
you can
old.
kind of add that up, you know, because it's, as I always said, it's my hobby. It's my hobby that I love to do. I mean, all of us, I mean, especially with, you know, the Hammer team and the TNBA family, they know how much we love to take care of bowlers and how much we love to help bowlers. Not only we're doing it out there, you know, we do it all back at home too. And I mean, that's always been my passion. It's the one way to sit there and say that no matter what, it's something we can always pay forward. You can pay forward to all ages, you know, all different calibers of bowlers. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, you're an elite.
Yep.
You know, I mean, if we're not in, well, I can hardly get off the press sometimes, but thank God, I mean, you know, Kimmy takes care of a lot of the lessons that she does, you know, and I mean, that touches a lot of bowlers, and however we can help them, that's the best thing to sit there and do. I mean, because it just,
So you're the presser, and she's the person to give the lessons. Is that how
Yeah.
that goes?
yep.
Yeah. I do a lot more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. She's actually really, she's an excellent fit. I mean, she's very good at fitting, ball choice.
That's
I mean,
right,
she's,
Ron. That's what we do.
Yep. Brother Ron knows it. We talk about it all the time.
Man, I'm telling you, if you bowl the TNBA event and you don't know Ron, Kim, or Les, we have an issue.
Or Buttercup.
Don't
Buttercup.
forget Buttercup.
Sean, can't forget Sean on that one.
Oh, nobody cares about Sean. No one cares about Sean. Oh.
Oh, we love Sean.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Me and Sean, we go back almost 15 years now. It's crazy. And I remember that little, like I said, that jacket, that Hammer jacket is still sitting in my closet. I seen it, and I was like, dude, you got to give me that jacket, or let me get your jacket. You'll get another one. He took it off his back, was like, here you go, B. Here you
I
go.
remember that. I remember that when Sean was on and we were talking about that. I remember
Man,
that.
yeah,
I mean,
to this day, it's like my favorite jacket ever. It is like my absolute favorite. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know. I have no idea.
Just seeing you had to have it.
Yeah, I did. Hey, did both of you guys grow up with mom and dad in the house?
I did for a short time. I lost my mom when I was 11. So I lost my mom at a very young age, and had a stepmom when I was, I want to say probably about 15, 16. So yeah.
And how was it for that short period of time? Sorry, not to cut you off, Les.
you okay.
Yeah,
You
short
can
period
finish
of
up.
time. Yeah, just a short period of time. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Les. What
But
about
yes,
you?
yes. Both my mom and dad. Yes, I would the whole time.
Good. The best ball driller.
No.
Mo, you cannot get free drills. You can't get a free ball. I don't know how much they paid you.
No.
Mo just loves the pay window. I mean, the pay window has just went crazy.
Hey, when Mo shot 300 at the Reed Hawthorne for the championship, I was like, this dude is serious.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, Mo would correct and let me know. But since we changed fit a little bit, and then basically I started giving him a little bit more versatile drillings, is what I want to sit there and say. He was kind of trapped a little bit by the drillings he had. I know Mo will answer, but I mean, the honor scores that he was putting up left and right.
Oh yeah.
He
it was like every week.
He was machining it. I mean, he praised me, but I mean, hey, I do my one part, but it's still the operator. I mean, we all know that, I mean.
Hey, that's what I say. I said, dude, it's the ball, the person that drilled it. But at the same time, you can get the best ball driller in the world. That operator still has to throw that ball down that lane. I don't care who it is.
Yep.
So got to make good shots.
Yep. You can make good ball choices and everything else for what the shot you're on, because you could have the best arsenal there is. And if you don't match up, hey, it don't matter what happens there. I mean,
absolutely.
It can happen.
Yes.
We've all been there. Many times.
100%. I'm telling you, like,
I was off for 3 weeks. I rolled my ankle, so I didn't get to bowl for 3 weeks, and on a dog bone, ironically. But that proof, I drilled that proof, and oh Lord, is that ball good?
Dude, it's so funny. I'm sitting here watching this show, watching Bill O'Neill and Sean Rash bowl against each other, right?
And
I'm sitting there, and Bill O'Neill was throwing his proof. And, Jello and Vern are, hammer. So I called him. I said, hey, did either one of you guys buy this proof yet? Because I see Bill O'Neill throwing it. And that ball seems like it's pretty it rolls pretty well.
Yeah, it rolls very well. Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
Definitely, I mean, a great compliment in the UMP to I think that's actually HP. I get it confused. No, it's actually, I think it's UMP.
No, the proof I think is an HP.
Either one. It's a very good one that they actually came out with. I mean, first coming out from, as the takeover, or I should say the purchase, I shouldn't say takeover, from Brunswick. So, I mean, and I'll tell you what, the Latitude, the Latitude's nothing to bat an eye at either. I have a lot of.
I don't know any of these balls that y'all talking about. I don't know any.
I know you don't. I know you don't. But you know some of the other ones.
Gail, I told you, stop coming on my show talking about being lefty. Gail doesn't listen. She always comes on here talking about team lefty.
Exactly. I mean, come on now.
I just don't understand. She just, you know what? I'm gonna cut her off. I'm gonna have to delete her. And oh my God, here's another one.
Tommy, help me out on that. There we go.
Stacey.
Tom. Yep, I see Stace.
Oh gosh. Hey, why do I get all the lefties? That's all I go. I have more left-hand friends than I have righties. Where are you guys at? Help a brother out here, please. Please.
Oh, you got Ron. You got a couple on here.
There.
Tommy's on here. I mean, that's Twinkle Toes. So, I mean.
Yeah. Hey, any challenges growing up when you guys were a kid?
That's a good question. I really don't know.
I mean, I guess, I don't know if I classified it as a challenge, but I mean, coming up through, I mean, I was always very athletic, and I guess it's a blessed thing that came as a challenge, or what I should say is a turning point in my career, because, most of them know I didn't start bowling until I was 17 years old. I had never touched a ball before that. I was a football player, so
I was 25.
My junior year after getting 3 injections in my knee, my dad it was probably the greatest talk that Dad gave to me it wasn't the only one, but he sat there and said, you're good, but I don't think you're NFL bound, and you kind of need your knees for the rest of your life. And I mean, it's very true. And because my uncle, he was the same way. He had surgeries, everything else. And, he was kind of praising. Fell in love with it. It was a blast. So yes. And that was 1988. Yes, we're old. Yes.
Hey, have you not seen my shows? We don't call it old anymore. It just
I call it mature. I say we're just maturing. That's all it is. It's just we're more mature.
No, it's seasoned. When you put some stuff and you season it really good, and it sits and it just marinates. It's seasoned. It's not, that's old. No, we don't want to call you old.
I like that. See, seasoned, marinate. Yeah.
Like I said, you season some stuff and sit it in the fridge, and you about to throw it on the grill a couple days, and it come back out. It's not old, that's for sure.
No, it's like fine wine.
Got more lefties in. See, look at that.
Yeah,
Greg jumped in. What's up, Greg?
And then Kenny.
Yep.
So
yeah, whatever. Who cares about lefties? Hey, so look, you said football was your main sport until the 3rd injection, and Dad was like, "Cut it. That's enough. Stop."
Yep.
Kim, what did you play?
Softball.
You look like a softball player.
You should see when she swings a golf club.
Oh, yeah, that's golf. Yeah, that's a hot mess, let me tell you. But softball, and I didn't bowl till I was 20. It
was after you had LJ that
I'm like, we went bowling 22? And I threw a backup ball. And I remember looking back, and he's just shaking his head, and I'm like, "What's the matter?" And he goes, "You threw a backup ball." I'm like, "I don't even know what that is. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, you throw the ball the wrong way." I'm like, "Well, how do you throw it the right way?" And it went from there. I just I went to a tournament, and I actually seen it was Tammy Turner at the time bowl, and I'm like, "Who is this chick?" I'm like, "Man, she throws it good." And he's like, "Oh, that's Tammy Turner." I'm like, "I want to bowl like that." I'm like, I want to come back and beat her. That never happened, but yeah, no, that kind of led to me. And I'm competitive too, so I was like, let's go. I want to learn how to bowl.
And see, my daughter, she's 17 now, but she cheered her whole life. Mm-hmm. And I just wish, when I look at softball on TV, I wish I could be one of those dads at like those softball tournaments, because dude, it seemed like it is just so just competitive.
It is. Yeah. Man. I mean, I didn't get into that level. I played high school, but our really good friend, Ty McKinney, he coached Team USA for.
Ty is Team USA.
Yeah, coach. He's Team USA coach. So he, Ty McKinney. I don't know if you know him. He's from the Columbus area.
No, Ty's from Ashland.
Ashland, yeah, but. Yeah,
I know it's a lot of UCLA women that's on Team USA though.
Yes.
Yeah. He's pretty.
Yeah, he's got a training camp and everything else. It's down in West Virginia. So I mean, he's really great with the kids. I mean, his daughter, she's up and coming. I mean, Takaya is very good. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure who Kenny's asking the question to. If that's you or if it's me.
Besides bowling.
Toughest sport.
Besides bowling, what is the toughest sport you ever played?
I definitely have to be softball for me. I don't know of any other sport. Golf sucks for me pretty much. So maybe that would be one up there. I just want to kill that ball.
But see, that's so funny you say that. A lot of women don't want to kill the ball. They have the smoothest smoothest swing ever.
No.
Oh, no. She rears back, comes through, legs lock. Yeah, it's.
I'm going to kill it, let me tell you. And then when I do hit it, yeah, that slice it's mean.
Yeah.
But if I would have to say, I mean, I did a lot of sports. I mean, the toughest I probably did, and actually my basketball coach would probably tell me the inverse, because he was mad because I played basketball all the way up through my sophomore year. And my junior year, just because of football, I'm like, I think I'm going to do wrestling to sit there and try to help it out as far as career-wise. Well, I guess I'd say that was in between my, sophomore and junior year. And so I went out for wrestling and actually made the team and started JV and actually wrestled some varsity matches. But I'll tell you what, for the individual and probably the most grueling physically and everything else and mentally, I mean, wrestling it's a very demanding sport. There's no doubt about it. I mean, there's a lot of work and yeah, that would probably be the hardest
Not as easy as it looks then. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. I did. I mean, at least my first match on the mat, I was actually pretty proud of. I mean, when I got out on the mat and see my opponent come out, he was about 6'5". I was wrestling 155. So, and that's when you see somebody tall and lengthy, ones that know wrestling, they instantly think of legs, because legs is the horrible thing. Because if you ever have a tall, lengthy wrestler get you in them, it's like tying you in a pretzel and you hate it. So yeah, being my first match was a little intimidating. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go. And, we just like in a bowling match. I just had a game plan of what I was going to do. And if he faulted and did this, that's what I was going to move forward. And 38 seconds later, the match was over and I pinned him. So it was pretty good. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo said, do you guys feel bowling was getting back to the old days of great tournaments locally before the pandemic hit?
Absolutely. I do. I feel it
think.
here in our area.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great tournaments, and they've even got back into it, like Hit Them Pockets. He's doing a lot of tournaments. Mo does tournaments. We're lucky here because we have Jody does his tournaments. I mean, we could go on and name a lot of, the tournaments that are ran in our area. But yeah, no, I do. I feel like it was. I mean, bowling was, it was back with a vengeance, man. You could bowl something every weekend.
Yeah. I mean, and you had choices too, which
Yeah.
I mean, made it nice. I mean, because, that gave you just more options. So, I mean, no, I think it was good. And you'd always get ones that would complain, hey, you're doing tournaments same time I am. There were so many tournaments. It didn't matter. You were overlapping. I mean, it just, people had to pick and choose what they were bowling. But I think that's better than option than not having tournaments to play.
Yeah.
After high school, did both of you guys go to college?
Nope.
I went to technical school. I should say, yes, I went to a community college. I went actually for, I was continuing. I actually went to trade school for drafting. But then after I started doing that and
Drafting, like writing or drawing?
Architecture.
Okay.
Mechanical. And then I went back for some more for AutoCAD classes and everything else for the company that I started with. And I still do CAD work as is today in all the ones that I do. So, I mean, it's always helped in the back, but that's basically all I did as far as just some community college. Because basically we married
Young.
Let's see, about a year after.
You better make sure you if you don't say this right, you're going to be on the couch. I'm telling you, hey, don't even
go back from hitting me here. So trust me.
I'll whack him. It's all right.
Man, hey, don't put yourself on that boat. You better stay away. Man. Let's see, Joe Stretch.
Oh, yep. Jenna. I worked with Jenna a little bit. Les drills all of her equipment. She's
a great young junior that's coming up too. Very, very talented young junior coming up. So
hey guys, how has the company transition affected you?
I guess I can go first. I don't think, all of us, to be honest, right off the bat, it really hit hard. It was really hard to absorb what was happening, because I got a text in the shop and that was from Vic, because Vic had actually heard it and he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he sends me a copy of the article.
Vic knows
and
everything.
I mean, it just felt like at that point, it felt like somebody just reached in and just ripped your heart out. But as most of us know, we are very modest. I mean, so, I'm not one that I'm very loyal. I'm not one that goes to jump conclusions, whichever or. So, thankfully, a lot of the ones that were actually at Brunswick, were previously, ones that actually had been my brand managers previously with Hammer, with Brian Graham, and also Bugsy Kelly, and Eric Krause also used to work. So a lot of the ones, already knew. So, reached out to them and, and there were some good comforting words back and everything else. And we got some balls and, gave them a try. And, from there on, it's all been good. There's no negative whatsoever. I mean, to accept, and try to preserve the history that EBI had. I mean, I think that's just great what Brunswick stepped up and did. I mean, I think it's beautiful. So, I mean, like I said, yes, at first, yeah, it was skeptical, but I have no qualms about it now whatsoever. I mean, it's a great relationship and glad to be part of the team.
There you go. What about you, Kim?
I feel exactly about the same way. I mean, I'm pretty happy with everything right now. Dave's back to being our brand manager, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah, we love Dave. Yeah, it's all worked out, and I think that's kind of, I know it's our motto, and I know a lot of people, you got to have a little leap of faith and just say, let it be, just, give it some time, let things, fall where they may, and what happens, period. We don't have no control over it. None. He does. We don't.
When I seen the news drop, I was like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, wait, what just happened here? Like,
yeah, because nobody had even, like, usually before something like this, you hear like rumors. Nope, nothing.
There wasn't any. It was
Nothing.
like now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when like, I don't know if you guys seen Dave Walker when he was on here. He was like, "Hey, I went to work like it was a normal day."
Yep.
Then I said they came in and said, "Hey, make sure you were at the meeting at 8:00." I get over there 8:03. I didn't have a job. It was like that, and I was like, "Damn, really?"
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Tommy was down there working. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wow. Let's see here. Joe said, "Hey, what is the toughest thing about teaching youth bowlers?"
Ooh, toughest thing about teaching youth bowlers. I would say the mental part of the game really is the toughest. Really just getting their mind right, because especially the youth bowlers, they just want to bowl. They just want to go. And, you got to learn. I know Jenna was one of them too. I really had to work with her mental part of the game. But yeah, I would say that would be mine. I know with coaching, I would definitely say the mental part.
If mine that I would sit there and say is the toughest thing with juniors, because it's the hardest thing, just like Kimmy said, they want to bowl. And Jenna knows because she's very good, and a couple of the other ones that we have in the area is drills. I mean, because we all know, I mean, drills are key, and drills don't have to be done in the lane. Drills can be done at home, but even us as bowlers beyond, the youth. I mean, drills are our key thing. I mean, whether we're doing one step, release drills, I mean, that's all bettering us, whether we're on the lanes or off the lanes. And even like ones that are still, don't have a center to go through or whichever, or there's still drills that you can do at home to make sure you're staying sharp. So at least when you come back on the lanes, it don't take you a little bit of a while to get back in. But
Right.
yeah, it's hard for kids because they want to bowl. They just want to score, and when it comes to, practice, that's why it's called practice. You don't need scoring on. You're there to do drills. You're not there to throw your same thing over and over.
And they all know I'm a stickler for drills and balance at the line. So
she's got a nickname, Drill Sergeant.
Yeah.
If you like balance at the line, don't ever watch me bowl.
I bowled with you before.
I think we have many a time.
Man, because if that's the case, I am in trouble. Look, Demetrius say, when is the next demo day?
We actually did. That was a big discussion that we've been having throughout the whole time, as after the acquirement of EBI was by Brunswick. So it was all up in the air as far as what it was, because there was so much, I know Dave could touch base on this more, but it is great. We're actually moving forward on demo days. So Tommy Graham is our team leader in Ohio. So I'm going to get scheduled with Tommy. Hopefully, if everything keeps going well, DJ, I hope by 1st of September, just like same as we always did before the start of leagues, because I pray all the leagues are kicking up and everything moves forward and we keep going.
Yes.
And that's what I'll probably look as far as for a demo. Because, I mean, everybody knows, I mean, not to gloat or anything. I mean, our demos always do well. They're full. I mean, even ones that's from other brands that's came, they give great compliments just how well organized it is and how well it's run. But I could put that to props back to one of my old DSMs, Damon Sirocco, because Damon was very, he was very, very adamant about that. You needed to be organized. You needed to be set. Yep. V knows.
Oh man, it's that bad. Is this that bad, B? Is it really that bad?
It's not that bad, but yeah, B had to work on his balance some.
It's so funny. I was talking to Jello earlier today, and we was talking about balance and people stand down at the line, and I was just like, but everybody's different.
Everybody is different,
and I try to stay down. Yeah, it just don't work for me. Not all the time. But see, sometimes I do stay down, and I'm like, oh yes, that's a great shot. And then other times I feel myself pop up, bad shot, automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a big discipline. I mean it is, but but what you said, I mean, yes, all bowlers are different. I mean, and to put props, I mean, coaches all coach differently, and I mean, from my first, I shouldn't say it was a first, but from where I classify as my first true good lessons that I got was actually from Fred Borden, and that was back in 1993. But Fred, one of the greatest things he's ever said, and it's always stuck in my head, and it's what I've always done as a coach, is you have to take a bowler and take their attributes for what it is and just work on them and make them better. You can't it's too hard to take a bowler and completely break them down and try to remachine them. It's too hard. I mean, and a lot of bowlers can't do that. Some can, but it's better off just to take and just build from what they have. And that's the best way. So
what do you think
being different, ain't nothing wrong.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
What's that?
Who do you think is the greatest active bowler today, in your opinion?
God, there's so many. How do you just narrow it down? I mean, seriously. Female, I have to say Shannon O'Keefe. I am a huge fan of Shannon O'Keefe.
She is really good.
All around, just all around, her intensity, her just her drive, her just everything. The drills that she shows on her page and everything. As far as a guy,
it'd be hard. I mean, there's so many names you can put out there. I mean,
I'm a Belmo fan.
Yeah, you can put Belmo out there. You can put Bill out there. I mean,
yeah. God, and then you sit there and you think and you forget about it.
I mean, you go in the amateur. I mean, you got Adam.
Hey, who was better, Jordan or Kobe? It's different eras. You just can't do it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many great ones you can sit there and look up to as far as that. What up, Vic?
Damn, Vic.
That guy right there, Victor Varner. That's my big brother right there.
That's
my big brother.
Oh yeah, he's all of our big brothers.
Man, hey, where did you guys meet?
Go ahead.
Well, we put this. If I mean, for the ones of us that are well seasoned. In Worcester, we used to have they would cruise, so you would actually cruise to downtown. Me and a buddy were cruising one night, and there was a couple females that waved us over. So that's how we met. Actually, once we met, we realized that we met prior to that about 3 years, because it would be her. Would that have been your sister-in-law? Stepsister-in-law.
Yeah.
They actually lived 3 houses up the street from us. Oh, and she was out the one time, and I forget what it was. And, also the other ones just are well seasoned. I had a moped, so I had a Pook. And I was riding it and stopped. And it was funny because seen her on the side and had to go talk to her. And she was just back there, and she was, I think you were gardening or something. I don't even know what you were doing over there. But that's when we realized that a long time after the fact, we found out that that's where we first met. But yeah. So no, that after that, I mean,
look, hey, Kim, don't be over there blushing because he was, he was telling you how fine you was back. Look, don't be over there blushing now.
I ain't blushing.
Yeah, but we set up a date the next night, and that was the end of it.
Yep.
It just went from there. I know.
Oh, God.
It's the one he loves to share.
No.
If anybody sees this, when I had they were very big blue glasses. I had my Z Caparicis on, and
my hair was here.
Our oldest son was 30. He was I don't even think LJ was he was maybe 6 months in that picture.
Oh God, yeah, he was young. Yeah.
Oh, my
It was
goodness.
comical.
Momo there.
Look, Mo said, Les, how did you decide to start drilling bowling balls?
Well, I started working part-time in a center in 1989. I worked at Wayne Lanes for a little while, off and on through summers, because they always needed help cleaning through summers. And then in 91 is when I started at Triway Lanes. And just through there, just working part-time, the same thing. Naturally, I mean, the techie side of me, I guess, that's what intrigued me and wanted to know more about drillings and everything else. And so from there, at the center owners at that time, and actually still a really good friend, Mike Burns, that's where it kind of started. And it drove him nuts, because I was always there, and I would do anything except drill a ball for a customer. I didn't do it for probably 2 years plus at least. And I mean, it used to drive him crazy, but I sat there and said, I was so meticulous that I figured if I couldn't repeat drilling stuff for myself and making it feel good, why would I want to drill somebody else's ball?
John,
So-
sugar.
What's that?
Ron. Oh God.
Oh. That's another joke we can talk about there.
Hey, I'm figured that had to be some kind of inside joke, because I'm sitting there reading the question,
So,
and I'm
So-
like,
as all knows, when we're doing TNBA, especially when we go to the bigger ones, we always got a house, which was great, because I mean that's just bond us more as a family is what we are. And,
Right.
and I know I love to cook, so I was always cooking. And the one night, Ron's like, I'm gonna make dessert. So we're all cooking Ron's, and I mean, God love him. I mean, he did this cheesecake. He didn't want to use a
Man.
mixer or nothing.
No.
Ron
man,
beat this
by hand.
all by hand, mixing it all up,
He
got
was
it all set in
getting
the
it.
thing. He puts it in the oven, and we're getting ready to cut up the strawberries. And Ron looks over at the bag of sugar, and the sugar was never open. And he's like, dang it. And I'm like, what? He goes,
Doggone it.
man, I ain't putting no sugar in the cheesecake.
Oh, it was.
So that's always been our joke. So and he had to redeem himself. He did make it the one year after that, and it was excellent.
Good. Yeah.
But I mean, me as a solid brother, I tried to help when it came out. I took a piece, and I'm like, I'll try it. It ain't that bad. He go, you ain't complain, and I'm like, no, it wasn't that bad, but it was, yeah. So that's always our joke. He couldn't believe that he forgot to put the sugar in it.
Got the doggone sugar.
wow. He did everything else right, but put the sugar in.
Yes. And I'll tell you, man, ones of us that use a mixer to make cheesecake fresh, sure. But I mean, Ron didn't use no mixer. His arm was his mixer. I mean, and that was impressive. So,
But he totally redeemed himself the next year.
Yes,
so
he
it's
did.
all good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, favorite.
Andrea said, favorite ball.
Well, in all political correctness, I guess I need to think of new stuff now. But if I do an old and a new, everybody knows me because way back in 06 when it came out anyways, the Raw Hammer Doom was my favorite by far. I was bowling a lot of regionals at that point, and it was pretty funny. I mean, I took in 2 3-ball totes, and I had 5 dooms. But that's just
No way.
Oh, yeah, that doom was money for me. That and the Blue Vibe, I mean, those were 2 hard balls. But right now, I'll tell you what, I mean, it's really hard between 3, especially now that I just put holes in a proof and been throwing it. The proof is very, very good.
It's really good.
But the one I still had to probably put above it because I just thrown it more and everything else, and that's Prism Hybrid. Prism Hybrid is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, that was actually one of the first ones we got that was sent to us from Jordan and Bugsy. And just very impressive, very versatile ball. I can throw it on a lot of different patterns. And, we have ones like that. That's what makes it all good. So,
Yep.
I know, Andrea, you love the web tour. You love it to death.
What about you?
I do know somebody might have some of those sitting around still.
Oh, yes, we do. We have several. Andrea, I agree. The web tour, that's web tour and game breakers were some of my favorites. And then right now would definitely be the proof. And the Prism Hybrid is just a really good ball, but that proof, it's pretty good. And I can't roll out the melee jab.
Melee jab's good. There's so many that are good.
That ball will never leave my bag for a while.
The Burge is good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Kenny said, hey, Les and Kim, how many 3s and 8s do you have? And what was your highest average ever?
Oh, goodness. You go first.
I have 91 300s and I have 47 800s. My highest average was 242.
All right.
Okay. 300s, I think I have, 5? 800s, I do not have an 800. 797 was my highest series, and my highest average ever was 228.
All right. There we go. Kenny Rogers. What's up, Ken?
What's up, Kenny?
Yeah, he said, tell us about how you went back to striking shortly after that rotator cuff surgery.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, even before that, I mean, it actually was a bicep tear.
Yeah.
So that's where, I mean, my left arm's had 2 surgeries. So they were both rough. But I'll tell you what, I mean, it actually really gives you a feel as far as the difference in dynamics as far as ball weight, to where really if the arm swing is free and everything is clean, you see numbers. I mean, I almost shot 800 with the 12-pound ball. I shot 793. I mean, it's scary to say that, but hey, they can go through the pins the same way. They just deflect a little different if they're not flush. But no, it was rough. I mean, and Kenny knows it too, because, he had to go through. I mean, there's always that timidness, and I had to, that was the biggest thing. I had to sit there and let go, because if you're restricting, you're actually putting yourself in a greater risk for re-injury. So, I mean, you have drills, you have stretching, you have all to go through, but, slowly going up through the balls, I mean, it went good. I mean, if anything, I would say it cleaned up my physical game as far as grab spots and everything else, because you really don't want to have them anymore after that. No.
And see, that's how I was when I had knee surgery, because it was on my slide knee. That was like, when I started back, I was so scared.
Yeah.
I was like, is my knee gonna give out? Am I gonna fall? Oh my goodness. It was really, really scary.
Yeah. I mean, I can relate to that. My very first, because I've had surgery on my slide knee twice. The very first one, that was really timid going up through. And then my second one, which scary, was exactly 10 years to the date, almost, from the first one. But just procedures as far as healing wise was differently. I was back throwing a bowling ball a week after the surgery.
Oh, so, wow.
Yes, just going up and going through, because that's where they actually, if it might have been even 1 year's, is they changed and they actually encouraged movement, because they don't want to get joint lock and everything else. So,
Yep. Yeah, that is true. DP said, hey, what was your most memorable bowling achievement?
What up, DP?
I know what he's going to say.
I mean, I guess I could put a couple. I mean, I know what she wants me to throw out there, because
whoa. We're gonna stop. Wait. I'm gonna stop you right here. I want Kim to tell you what it is, and I want you to tell her.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. Back when we bowled in Worcester, and they ran this tournament. What was the name of the tournament?
Classic Care.
The Classic Care, yeah. And you actually had to qualify for this during league to be able to bowl the tournament. And ironically, I was the first woman to ever make it to get to bowl this, to qualify to get to bowl. And I made it through, beat all the guys, had to bowl him. And yeah, it was a televised show. And of course, I like to talk a lot. And I told him, I'm like, you just better bring it. You better be ready to bring it. Don't be like, don't feel sorry for me.
Me, calm and collective. And so I'm just like, just keep chatting, just keep chatting.
And ironically, he was throwing the doom.
Shocker.
He shot 300 against me.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
Right. Kim, you know what you should have told him? If you beat me, you won't get none tonight. That's what you should have told him.
Wow, I wished I'd have thought of that.
You know what? It's even like, if you watch, I mean, just trust me, it'll come back up again and we'll put it on. Everybody can see. It's just like what they said in there. She won no matter what. Because
I did get the money.
The money, the extra. and what was great is they were going to, prior to the tournament, they were actually going to give a free 4-wheeler to a 300 shot live on TV. But then they didn't do it. They didn't, and he was kind of happy about it. But what was really good about Tom is he gave me $300 additional for shooting the 300 live on TV. So, but it's good. But no, that's one of the that's one. And then another one was the TNBA National Tournament in 2010 out in LA.
Oh yeah.
At Cowbowl.
Yeah.
For singles, I shot my first triplet 279 for 837. So it was
wow.
Yeah. It was pretty good. So Here's the Bernsey.
You gotta talk about Turtle. Oh my God.
That's a good friend of ours. That's his nickname is Turtle. So yeah, he's another bowler. He was my great assistant manager when I ran the center after Mike left from running it. So it was quite fun. Turtle was, and now he's a cop. So I mean, it's pretty.
How
cool.
he's a cop still blows my mind. Yeah.
He was
who was the cop?
Turtle is.
Eric,
Yeah.
our good friend Eric.
Yes.
Turtle was a cop, and you say you don't understand
No,
how.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Some of the shit we
ones
did.
would never guess. Oh yeah. I mean, trust me, we had so much
Yeah.
fun. It was.
Oh yeah.
I had to keep
we
him
could
away
tell you
from
some
our
stories.
boys because some of the stuff he would sit there and.
Oh my
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah. Blowing stuff up
Oh
and
goodness, yes.
Oh, that sounds like my type of guy right there.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. We could tell you some
Oh, he's a
stories.
blast. Trust me,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have a blast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Hey, this is for Kim. Let's see. Do you remember the proposal from Les?
I do and I don't. It's been so long ago. But I mean, yeah, you don't forget that. You don't forget that. And it was a yes instantly. So yeah.
Oh, was it like a spur of the moment, or Les, did you set this up? Like, I'm going to get her.
It was actually kind of like a spur of the moment. Because the funny thing is, I mean, once back then, especially my grandmother, because God rest her soul, but she was she's 100% German. So when she found out that Kimmy was pregnant and we had not set a wedding date, she was on me left and right. You got to give that baby a name. You got to give that baby a name. And I'm like, Grandma, I will. It's okay. I said, you know what? All we're doing is making sure. And I mean, we even talked. It's like,
Yep.
we want to make sure the one thing's right before we make another thing, because one wrong doesn't make two wrong. So and everything was going well, and it was just a spur, and just
Didn't
sat there.
expect it.
She didn't, and asked her to marry me, and that's almost 30 years later now.
Yep.
So how long has it been?
It'll be 30 years this coming January.
Yep.
January 25th will be our 30th year anniversary. Yep.
January 25th.
25th. Yep.
30 years with this guy, Kim? How did you last?
I get asked that question all the time. How is she? No.
Oh, so how many kids?
3 boys.
Yep.
Yes, no girls. Good
No
job.
girl.
Les.
We have a granddaughter.
Yes.
But yes, we have 3 boys. Yes, and 1 granddaughter.
Any of them bowl?
All 3 of them did bowl.
They were all really good.
They just, Tyler still bowls our middle one every now and then. He still bowls in a couple events every year that are charity ones.
Okay.
My oldest one, LJ, with his job now, it would be because they're constantly. He's a field electrician for Morton Salt, so a lot with they're always on call, and just and their schedule changes. So I knew he'd love to. He still has his bowling balls and everything. My youngest one, Cody, we tried to get him to go out, but
No desire.
yeah,
2 righties, 1 lefty.
yeah, they grew up through the center. It's understood. Oh yeah, and the funny thing is, our youngest one, Cody, he still holds 2 of the Ohio State records for Bantam for average. And the funny thing is, he threw a backup left-handed.
Yep.
Now Tyler, I corrupted my middle one. He was right-handed, but no, I was going to have a lefty. So yes, I
He made him both left-handed.
Come on, Les. That is just
He did.
Oh. Man, see, I liked you at first until right now.
I know. Come see me work on that balance too. We'll get that straightened out.
It's okay. And look, I'm riding my bike, like 20-some miles every other day, trying to build my muscles back.
Yeah.
And I'm going up the hills and doing this, and I still don't think my balance will ever be there, though.
You'll still feel it when you bowl.
Mo will tell you if he's still on, you got to be doing them squats. Mo did that challenge. He was challenging everybody to do 50 squats a day, at least, just 50.
All right. 50 squats. I can do that. That's cake. That's cake.
Squats
First
are
day?
temporary.
First
Yeah.
day?
Yeah, I got that.
Isn't that hard?
I got that.
I make the kids I coach do squats. So yeah.
Hey, DP, say any upcoming tournaments in your plans?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like me and Vic, he's loving it because it's my first senior junior. So it's actually a tournament up in Michigan. Hopefully, if Michigan opens up, that's where we're going to be. So that is planned in October. Mine, unfortunately, the crazy thing is, with the shop is what it is. A lot of times it takes from my tournament play, which I kind of take as a give and take because I'm still paying for bowling that way. I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss being out on the lanes and competing a lot like I used to. Right. But, I still like the secondary part for everybody you take care of and they go out and win something or shoot an honor score or shoot their highest game or whatever. That self-gratitude is just almost as good. Yeah.
Hey, Michael Burns said, do you remember the LJ story? It's 21020. Whatever that is.
It's 21020. Have you never shot 21020?
Have you never shot a 21020?
21020.
He had to be, LJ was probably 3 or 4 or whatever. He'd always be down. And Mike could, that's what, if you're ever asking me, LJ, what do you shoot? 21020.
21020.
That's what he was shooting every time. We had no clue what 21020 was, but he was shooting 21020.
21020. Because I'm sitting here, I was like, was it supposed to 2020? Like I'm like
no, 21020. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was always our joke. So Mike even gave him a pin on it and put high score. LJ 21020.
Wow. Oh, yes. And 2 goddaughters.
Yes, 2 goddaughters. I did forget,
yes.
And 2 godsons.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
As godparents, you guys are fired right now. I'm just.
I know.
Putting it out there.
I forget.
I'm just putting it out there. Matt Fox, best coaches in PSO ever. Much love, fam. Mike King.
Mike King.
What's up, Michelle? What's up?
Uh-oh. 50 squats.
That's right. Yeah. There you go. Mo got you now. See?
Work them legs.
Mo. How long? My question is, how long do I have to do these squats and then go bowl to see my improvement? That's what I need to know. That's my question.
I would give it at least a month. I'd say 30 days.
Not even a month.
Or drill sergeant.
Not even. The kids.
She make you do more than 50.
Yeah, no, the kids that I coach, I make them do I lunges and squats. Honestly, it's the best thing. Strong legs. Period. Yeah.
Oh, the legs are the biggest muscle in bowling. That's
for sure.
And I make them,
except when trash talk's happening.
Yeah, I make them when they throw the ball. I tell them, do not get up from that position at the line until the ball hits the pins. You watch that ball from the minute it leaves your hands till it hits the pins. So yeah.
Look, my legs hurt right now when you just said that.
You know what though, Jerry Edwards, when she was coaching me, she kind of instilled that in me. So yeah, she made me sit in a position at the foul line. I think I was in that position for 20 minutes and I had to stay there. She would get the
20
ball.
minutes straight?
Yes. And she would go back and I was throwing a 6-pound ball to try and teach me to be under and through the ball in that position. And she's like, I'll get the ball. You stay in that position. And I'm like, I'm never going to fall off a shot ever again.
Your legs started shaking.
My legs started shaking. I'm like, this is getting embarrassing, man. I started sweating.
Did you ever do wall sits?
Oh,
you ever do wall
that's
sits?
what it's like. Yeah, when you're doing the wall sit.
Like basketball
because I coach high school basketball and travel ball.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Dude, hey, when my kids get in trouble, come on, guys, let's go visit this wall over here.
Yeah, no. Now go ahead and sit down like you're sitting on an invisible chair. Yeah.
Don't put your hands on your knees. I don't want to see any of that. Just
when them legs start burning though, you're like,
man, yeah, you feel it.
Oh yes. But I'm gonna try this. What's today? Tuesday? I'm gonna start today.
Good.
You guys ready? Hey, y'all ready? All right.
Yeah. Getting ready.
Wake up.
Look, I got to talk to him, make sure, we all on the same page.
We got some extra biofreeze. We'll put it in the mail, send it out.
Man, hey, look, I have one of those massage guns. Trust and believe. That is my best friend.
Yep. Get that
I know
I'm
really coming.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you guys talk me into this. I swear.
It's the love of the fan. It's family.
Hey, what can I do to help me become a better bowler? Because right now I suck.
Oh, snap.
Oh, Kenny G.
Hey, Kenny, all I'm gonna tell you.
We're gonna let you answer this.
I'm gonna tell. Hey, we won national team in Florida. We were first place, so I couldn't have sucked that bad, bro. I had to bring something.
Yeah.
And if I can remember, I think Kenny was low on the pair with 699 or 690, 680 something. I'm gonna go back and look, but I'm not gonna put him out there like that because I love Kenny.
There's no I in team, right? No I in team.
Man, no, that's my guy. Kenny is my guy.
Who is that?
Kimmy knows she worked on my balance, and I rode my first sanction 300 back in December.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, gosh. Hey, who did you guys idolize coming up in the bowling world?
Ooh.
I don't mind. I can go ahead in this early.
Yeah, you go ahead. I got to think about that.
Mine I looked up to naturally. I mean, you'll love it because it's lefties. No, I mean Steve Cook was one that I loved to watch. Steve Cook and then Parker Bone. Naturally, I mean Parker Bone. They were probably two of the ones that I looked up to growing up. I mean, Parker was just as far as for his physical game. I mean, just how pure it was every time him going up. I mean, and then Cook naturally. I mean, Cook just being big and just clawing on it. I mean, I just loved it to death. And I mean, you know, his brother-in-law. I mean, can't ever say anything bad about Albie. I mean, I always loved watching Albie too. But no, those are kind of ones that growing up that I always loved to watch.
What about you, Kim?
I watched a lot of ladies bowling, so definitely Carolyn Doran Ballard and
And she knew another one. She
Leanne.
already named herself.
Oh yeah, and Leanne. I loved watching Leanne. Yeah.
Now,
Probably
the
those
funniest
two.
thing is our son, not to bring it in there, but when we were always watching women's bowling, Carolyn Doran Ballard. I mean, when Carolyn, you know,
Oh,
when she get
geez.
locked in and she give the yeah baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our oldest one, he used to love. I mean, when
Yeah,
he would watch her,
baby.
he'd see it and he'd be like, "Yeah, baby." You know, after she throws a shot. So it's quite.
You
cute.
guys had to film that and send it to her. You had to.
We didn't. We should have. But she actually did meet LJ.
Yeah.
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 It was at a tournament. We took him up to watch the guys bowl, and Carolyn was sitting there. And yeah.
That is funny. Hey, Godfrey. Steve Cook was one of my favorites too. Tall, smooth, and killer off the left gutter.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he was. Yep.
That's why I said there's so many good bowlers.
Yeah, but there's more better bowlers on the right side.
Oh Jesus.
So to flip that, so who were some of your favorite bowlers to watch growing up?
Tommy Jones.
TJ.
Oh, Dory, no.
Yeah. Who else did I like? Man, it was
Hi, Dory.
Chris. I watched Chris, but he was like, I was like, at first, I was like, I don't like his style.
Television debut, is that what you want, Thor? One of our four-legged friends.
Hey, pup.
That's Thor. That's Thor. He's one of our 4 Siberian
Right.
Huskies. Yep.
Yes. He's my big boy.
Yep. He's not quite a year old yet.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Whoa. He's not a year old. He's huge.
Yes.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He will be.
But how did he get out though? Or did you didn't go open the door?
He was left out. He
Oh, that's not fair. That is not fair.
Oh, she'll pay. Trust me. They'll let her know after. Trust me.
Oh.
no. I may have to let them outside.
What's the matter, baby?
You go ahead. I'll take
Yeah. But no, that is crazy. Let me see here. What else we have? Mike Albee was awesome to watch. Yeah.
Mike's one of the greats. That's why, you know, I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame as well as some of the others. So,
Hey, what are your thoughts on two-hand bowling?
I don't have any disregard to it. I mean, the way I look at it is, I mean, a lot take it as there's a lot that don't like it. But what I look at it is I go back to the old days of no thumb. I mean, what's really the difference? I mean, that's one of the I think the best thing about it is where, you know, there's never going to be a grab on the shot. And there is some two-handers that actually have their thumb in the ball too. So, I mean, but I don't have any disregard to it. I mean, it's bowling still. I mean, if, you know, ones think that it's going to demoralize the sport or take it down, that it's not as, you know, it takes some of the talent away or takes this and that. But I mean, you know, it's not. I mean, if not, I mean, a two-hander would be winning everything. But I mean, it's just the bowler's day. And you know what? It's just the same thing as a high rev player compared to a low rev player. Right. I mean, no, I coach two-handers. So, I mean, that's, I guess, another reason why I say that, you know, I don't have any problem with it. It's bowling. You know what? And if that's what bowling is and moving forward, you know, and that's what's being taught, then, hey, I'm all for it, because if bowling's around, that's all I care about. So,
hey, what do you think about Simon going both ways?
Dude, that was awesome. That was just absolutely crazy. And I mean, you know, and the confidence to sit there and do that. I mean, but we have a friend in the area. I mean, Zeke and Simon are really good friends, and they talked about it a while ago. Zeke actually told me how good he was. He just never did it. That.
Are you talking about my buddy Zeke Bates?
No, you know Zeke. Yeah, you know Zeke very well. Yes, part of Team Harvey. So yeah, I mean, and you know, he, you know, when he was always in, and I mean, that's what they joke. I forget who was joking the one time that they said they actually taught him how to do it. It was when we were having a conversation. But no, I mean, to sit there and go out and do that, especially when, you know, playing for money. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was.
So, like I said, talking about, you know, two-handers and right side, left side. Have you ever seen Jordan Horns do it?
Oh, yeah. Jordan is crazy, too.
Man.
I mean,
and I'm
crazy.
sitting here and I'm like, dude, that is just.
Actually, that goes back to it, because it was actually Jordan. It was actually Jordan that said that he showed Simon how to do it.
Ah.
Now that I remember this, yes.
Yeah.
And Miko Walker.
Oh, Miko can do it. Miko can throw it every which way.
Yeah.
Miko? Oh, yes. I know Miko. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's crazy.
Well, Miko hasn't thrown it.
Left-handed.
He actually throws it normal left-handed, which is crazy. Yes.
Yeah. And two-handed.
Anybody can do that. Like, I throw a backup ball, but I'm not nearly as good as those guys. Those guys, boy.
Yeah. I mean, it just shows raw talent. I mean, it is. Some can just sit there and do whatever and just throw it. I mean.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, what? So is you running the shop? Is that your full-time gig?
No. That's basically my hobby, is what I put it as. I mean, because it's just what I love to do. No, my full-time, I'm actually I'm an electrician, but also I'm a production supervisor at a company also too. So I run a CNC fabrication department also. So that's my full-time gig. So that's why the shop, I mean, is we were glad to get back in it when we did. And, you know, it's just my fun hobby. Does it take a lot of time? Yes. Do I have 16, 17-hour days? And yeah, but it's what I live for. You know, like B would sit there and say, I mean, you know, he says I'm Jamaican. You know, I don't sleep. I just keep going on and on. And but yeah, I mean, you know, 3-4 hours of sleep, that's what I'm used to. And, you know, just get up and repeat and do it again. So
I agree, Mikey. Miko is a freak of nature.
He is.
And so how has the pandemic affected you guys' life?
I mean, naturally, I mean, on all of us, it's taken a big toll. I mean, I was an essential worker, so I remained working throughout the whole time because the company I work for, we're actually in the nuclear industry. So naturally, that is a very key part as far as power.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, overall, I just like, you know, kind of like how we started out in the beginning. I mean, you missed a lot of family and friends because, you know, everybody was, you know, besides the ones I seen at work, that was all I seen. There wasn't anybody else we were seeing. So, I mean, yeah. Meek, you're being praised.
And all you missed was how good you really are.
Oh, there's the crazies. I'm sorry, the crazies are running. They're in the house.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Yes, the pups, baby. Yeah, but no, that's all you missed. They was just talking. They was just telling you how good you really threw the ball on both sides of the lane.
Right-handed, left-handed, and two-handed. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. They tearing up. Like I hear them.
Oh, they do.
Going nuts.
Like, I hear them.
Because she had them confined. So now, I mean, they come out and it's like, and the one you hear right now, that's she is the king of the roost. That's Bella. Our one female. She is the alpha.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we got to look. We got to get this guy on the show. We have to get Miko on.
We got
on
to
the
get
show.
Miko on there. Yes.
Yeah, but man, hey, look, I know you guys. I don't know. Dogs need to go out before they tear up everything out there.
Oh, we're used to it. This is normal. I tell everybody when they come over, I'm like, don't mind our crazies.
I love it.
Mikey, you got to get down. I'm telling you. Come on now.
Oh, I got a question. Look, I do have a question.
Fire away.
When you're drilling a ball, what's the difference between drilling a ball with dual angles and having numbers and eyeing something, kind of laying it out and drilling at a ball?
Well, there's a big difference because ones that know me, I don't like to sit there and eye because basically I put that as I'm throwing darts. If somebody comes in and needs a ball drilled and says they just want it without knowing or seeing them throw, it's kind of a hit or miss. And if I can get to, and 90% of the time or 95%, all of the ones that go out and I'll get your pap, watch you throw, and we go from there. Because then at least some form of reassurance, I can guarantee, that we're looking for the motion that they're looking to see out of the ball if we're matching up right. Besides that, I'm just, that's what I put it as. I'm throwing darts. It's hit or miss. Sit there and say, yeah, this will hook for you. I'll put the pin above your ring finger. No. What if you're a low axis and a spinner? Well, now that's probably right on your pap, and it's going to be no flare and just pretty much go straight. So yeah, I'm very adamant about getting the information from bowlers that I need first before just putting in eyeballing something on it. Now, don't get me wrong. After we've drilled so many for a certain individual, and I know the pap by heart, sure, can I eyeball and sit there and say in this instead of putting angles? Definitely. But somebody fresh, no way whatsoever. Yeah. Yep. Joe knows it very well how adamant I was about that, even when they first started coming in, both for himself, his daughter, and his son. Doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter the caliber of the bowler. If you can throw a bowling ball, I want you to throw it. Oh, they're racing through the house. There we go.
Oh yeah. And it's so funny because it sounds like you guys have like tile or hardwood floors, and whatever it is, they're trying to catch their grip, and all you see is this right here. Trust me, I know.
We have hardwood.
We don't have any
floors,
carpet in our house. It's all hardwood and tile. So
see, that's when I took all the carpet up, and it's hardwood floors throughout the whole house. So they come running, and next thing you know, they're trying to stop, and here's the wall, and Pam, and oh yeah,
it's the boys that are chasing each other right now. That's who's actually doing this. They're going back and forth.
Oh, that's hilarious. Cause yeah, I just have different mixed emotions about the dual angle, not the dual angle, looking at a ball to do. And, back in the day, I just used to think, hey, I want my pin here. I want my CG kick this way, and boom. And then all of a sudden they was like, man, you need these numbers because I have a ball in my bag that does something that no other ball I've ever had do. So Vern tells me you need the numbers on those balls.
Yeah,
you need to get the numbers on that ball because whatever those numbers are, dude, you need to have them.
And most importantly, if it's a symmetrical ball, the most important is pin to pap and vow. Because now that, coming August 1st, as we all know, only gripping holes are in a ball no matter what. So, and, if one's watched, I love Mo Mondays and everything else. Mo Pinnell for all the years. Mo's a whiz. And it takes hard for some to sit there and understand, that pin distance no longer matters. CG doesn't matter on a symmetrical. It's just pin to pap and bow. And now if you want to trick something or be able to get something more, you have to do it with an ASIM, which I like because now it's actually putting ASIMs out there where they should be, to where if you're looking, now you can create that intermediate diff, which acts as like a weight hole in a ball that you can actually produce a different motion. So,
and see, I throw with no thumb, so I'm only drilling finger holes anyway.
Yep.
And me personally, I feel that I get my best reaction from symmetrical.
Yep.
And that's just me though. I'm not very good. So
no, I'm the same way. If there's something that I prefer, no matter what, I've always favored symmetrical. That's just always been because I think they're, and all in all for symmetrical is what we can say. They're always more of a predictable motion. They're going to repeat and, they're more forgiving if we actually release it a little different. you know, because I mean, as well as an ASIM, it can actually rev up a little quicker, or, you know, if we actually change tilting a little bit, because we all can as bowlers, because we're not robots. So, yes.
Yeah. But dude, hey, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about that? Oh, wait, hold on. I did have a question. I missed that.
Any notebook.
Look, I do, man. Oh boy, go. Hey, there you go. What has working with TMBA done for you guys?
Oh,
Where do we start on that? A lot. You know, I mean, becoming a part of the TMBA family, I mean, is been a big thing in our life. I mean, just all the great people that we got to meet and, you know, and get to see every year. And, you know, I mean, and I know what ones will sit there and come on, and it goes kind of both ways. I mean, there's ones that look for us every year. And I mean, it's a relationship that's so hard to describe that I really never want it to end. I mean, because there's just so much love there. I mean, it's done so much. I mean, as far as even open up different avenues, we can put that as far as, you know, communication with bowlers across the United States. I mean, not long when we were doing videos, I mean, for Hammer, that was part, but then once you were actually out in the trenches and working and meeting, I mean, it just did so much more. It's relationships. I mean, it's over and over. I mean, and we know in anything, especially, you know, when it's entertainment, stuff like that. I mean, relationships are everything. I mean, they are. Yes.
You're right. Tyrone Julian said, is drilling going back to old school, finger inside?
No, I mean, we still kind of put that away. That, I mean, it's still not based on statics. Just because I put that, because that's still measured from the center of gravity, your CG. So no, I mean, it's still your most important thing, no matter what, whether it's ASIM or symmetrical. And we can put it as far as symmetrical. I mean, symmetrical pin to pap is about 80 to 85% of your motion. That is what produces your flare. Flare is hook as we know it. So, I mean, that is the biggest part in the sim. Now, it comes down a little bit in an ASIM to where that's about 70 to 75. But still, I mean, no, pin to pap in any ball is the most important thing no matter what, because that's where we're talking flare. So.
Okay. Well, there you go, T. But look, I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate y'all time.
We appreciate you asking us to be a part of this.
Yes, yes.
Oh, man, absolutely.
Yeah.
Love you, fam. Love you
guys. I miss all you guys, man.
We miss everybody. Can't wait.
I know. I was heartbroken
I
again when everything
year.
got canceled for, you know, especially when the Rodmans just got canceled and everything. But we know it's right at this time. And hey, you know what? We know we'll all get through this and be back to seeing all of our bowling family all around. And, you know, that's what we look forward to.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know it's some tournaments in Ohio, you know, so you guys might see me at Vern, like, hey, look at this tournament here.
You got the shout. So, I mean, hey, you know, all you got to do is reach out.
Hey. Well, look, guys, you guys enjoy your evening. Like I said, guys, I want to thank the Les and Kim Mann for coming on, sharing their story. And like I said, that's what I love. It's the story on how we became friends and how we met. Yeah, we met in a bowling alley, but we talked, you know, before that, and it was more than just bowling, you know. Yep. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. I really
appreciate you too, bro.
It's like what we all say. Ron will know and Sean will know. You know, we fam. That's it. Period.
Yeah. Period. Point blank.
Yep.
And we miss everybody. We miss everybody so much, and I hope and pray that, you know, we get through this and this virus is gone, and I sure hope we can see everybody next year.
Hey, God willing.
Be the drill sergeant and tell them to wear their damn mask, and then that might help.
Look, doggy ones. Look at doggy ones. Logo makes really good ones.
And look, they even have them at the shop. They have them at the shop for you guys. Yep. Put them on. And I'm not saying with them, you know, but dude, we have to take care of ourselves. If we take care of ourselves, if everyone does their part, and I'm not here to preach because, you know, I wear my mask when I'm out and, you know, whatever. But if we take care of ourselves first, it'll take care of everybody else.
Yes.
And we definitely want to see everybody next year. So please.
Yes.
Yeah. We've already lost.
Can't end soon enough.
Yeah. Yes. We've already lost a few in the TMBA family. So,
yeah.
So, but everybody take care. We love you guys.
Yes. Thanks for having us on.
Yes.
We greatly appreciate it.
Stay
absolutely.
blessed.
And
Yes.
I will look forward to talking to you guys soon.
Oh, yes.
Anytime.
And tell my pups I love them. Tell them Uncle B sending my love from California.
They're gonna give you a love when you show up. Trust me. Yes.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I got it.
You like doggy kisses.
All righty. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, later.
Bye.
Love you, bro.
Love you guys. Man, that was my people there, man. Les and Kim, man, they are absolutely amazing. They're great for the bowling family, the bowling community. Like I said, if you guys never met them, dude, you're missing out. You're missing out big time. So Thursday, I have another special guest coming on, man. This guy here, man, he's young, but he's done made a lot of moves. He's done a lot. Mr. Matt McNeil, Storm himself, is coming to the show on Thursday. No, you've seen him on TV talking to Norm Duke and talking to those guys, but like I said, my boy, Big Matt McNeil will be here Thursday, going live with Bowtie, sitting in the hot seat, guys. So I appreciate you guys watching, tuning in, man. As always, take care of yourself first. Love your loved ones, man, because, hey, this COVID thing, it doesn't seem like it's going away anytime soon. It's like as much as we're trying to fight it, it's fighting back. So, like I said, protect ourselves. All right, guys? And as always, man, let's make it happen. Remember, put him first. Thank him.
I got a strike while the iron is hot. One of one, don't follow flocks. Man, I got this on lock. Team Harvey, team hustle, team can't be stopped. Just cop 900 glory, yeah, I'm fresh out the shop. Let's start rolling. I'm an expert on the lane. Yeah. Smooth approach, about to roll a perfect game. And well connected with the sport's biggest names. We can't talk unless the X on the frame. I'm here asking the questions, clear the air and confusion. Fresh, humble, and arrogant with the logo infusion. Red cup for the right vibe. I got the answers. You going live with Bowtie.
That's right, man. Hey, you guys are live with Bowtie, man. Thank you for everything. Thursday, I see you guys, man, with Matt McNeil on here. Hey, have a great Wednesday. Happy hump day to you guys tomorrow. And, man, remember, put God first. Thank him for for waking you up and for the opportunities that he gives you every day. Without him, we wouldn't be here. So, love you guys, man. And till Thursday, man. Bowtie out. Peace.